Hi everybody, welcome to the first episode of A Taste of Todd. I am your host, Todd Drecksauski, and today we're going to learn how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which, let's face it, we all love peanut butter and jelly, am I right? Well, anyways, let's get started. The first step to making good peanut butter and jelly is preparing the ingredients. Bread, peanut butter, and jelly. Bread is... here we go. I'll pick that up later. We've got Oro Wheats Whole Grains, established in 1932. This is a 7-grain bread, and it has 37g whole grains per 2 slices, 6g of fiber per 2 slices, and no high fructose corn syrup, which is good because who wants syrup in their bread? You know, that's better for pancakes. So bread, put over there, and we've got extra crunchy peanut butter by Jif. I like them more than Skippy. Everyone and their mother likes Skippy, but I think Jif is really the way to go. And where's my jelly? Here we go. Tropical strawberry preserves. It's the exact same thing as jelly. It's just a fancier way of saying jelly. So now we're going to go ahead and prepare. Okay, so after we've got all the ingredients together, we're going to start by taking out the bread. These things are hard to open. Oh, there was a tag on it. God damn it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to... You know what? I know how to fix this. Put this over once it closes. So anyways, you start off by getting 2 slices of bread, or more if you're more hungry, you know. And I like to use a cutting board so it doesn't get on my counter. You know, I put them on the sides here. And what do we have? Okay, good. So we're going to take a butter knife and we're going to spread the jelly and the peanut butter on top. And this may seem fairly complicated if you're in your younger years, but it's not that bad. So I like to get the peanut butter first, and there's no real agreed upon amount you take. I just like to jam a knife in there and get whatever sticks out on top. Then you just stick that on your bread. We're going to use our butter knife here to spread the peanut butter all around. And I guess maybe one more for good measure. Kind of want to cover the entire thing of bread, you know. Don't want to leave any open spaces. This is peanut butter on top of bread. It's not going to be a bread desert. So there we go. Now it's all filled up, and that's part of why I like getting the crunchy ones, is because, you know, you feel like you're eating something more substantial when you actually have nuts on top of it. And I love nuts. Now we're going to take our strawberry preserves. Smells nice and sweet. And there we go. I like to spread a little bit of it at a time. And don't worry if any of your peanut butter gets into the preserves, because, I mean, there's not much you can use preserves for, and if anyone else is going to use it, I mean, they're going to be mixing it with peanut butter most likely, and if they don't, then that's on them, because it's not really your responsibility to make sure they're only eating preserves with what they're supposed to. I don't know anyone who uses preserves. for anything other than peanut butter and jelly. And if they do, they're some kind of weirdo. So there we go. I think that's about enough. And what you want to do is lay the jelly on top of the peanut butter. You don't want to lay the peanut butter on top of the jelly. That's not how you do it. You have to lay jelly on top so it sort of falls on top of it and press it down. Now some people like eating it whole. I don't like doing that. I prefer just to cut it in half. And cut it in half again and make it into 4s. God damn it! I just ruined the... Oh, this is... You know, I went to the store to buy a camera to do this freaking episode, and then the first thing I make, it ruins the bread. Yeah, this is just crap. You know, I'm done with this. I cannot do this the rest of the day. I'm gonna look like a freaking idiot. Oh my god. No, you know what? You know what? No. This is how you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You cut it more carefully than I did. Well, as you saw, I messed up the peanut butter and jelly, which is just great because this is the first episode of my show, and I messed up. And, you know, I could have done it all over, but, I mean, what's the point? Peanut butter and jelly, you know how to make it. All the steps are the same. It's just... I don't know. I shouldn't be too hard on myself because peanut butter and jelly can be tricky, especially when you're working with something as strong as a butter knife. Because the butter knife, it's very harsh, and the bread, unless you toast it, it doesn't have a lot of give. So when you cut through it, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna make it look like this. It kind of takes, like, I'd say about a month to really learn how to cut through the bread on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you haven't toasted it. And, you know, peanut butter and jelly is rarely toasted. If you want to go that route, it's just jam bread, you know. But I'm not an interior decorator. I don't make art. I make food. I'm a chef. So, you know, this sort of thing is forgivable. Unless you're going to school for a presentation, then, you know, this is just fine. And, you know, it's got a more, you know, now that I think about it, when you have the bread in sort of pieces like this, it gives it a more, you know, a home-style, rustic sort of look. And, you know, I think your guests, if you're cooking for anyone else or preparing, they would appreciate it. And if you make it for yourself, you know, making food yourself, it makes anything taste better, and you're not going to care that you messed it up. So anyway, thank you for joining me for A Taste of Todd. I am your host, Todd Drecksauski, and I hope to see you again for episode 2.